joining me today. So, as always, please practice according to your condition and feel free to either take the variations or modify according to my suggestions and your own comfort level and your own abilities. So, thank you so much for joining. So let's begin. Sit tall and straight and supremely still. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need, after all, is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere, established in the hearts of all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice to our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, and compassion, and joy. So let's start off by moving along the chakras and just stimulating them. Imagine them as gateways to allow the energy to rise right up. So starting at the root chakra, located at the root of the body, the base of the spine, just repeat these sounds. There's the same sound, but just repeat in 7 different tones. Lam, 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 lam. Lam, 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 lam. Repeat. Now moving to the sacral area, the sacral chakra. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Moving up to the navel chakra now. Ram, 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 ram. Repeat. Ram, 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 ram. Now moving to the heart. Yum, 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 yum. Repeat. Yum, 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 yum. Repeat. The base of the throat. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Now the third eye. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 om. And now finally the crown. Just one long sustained Om. Together, inhale. Ah. One more time. Take a moment to just assess this mental, physical, and emotional state. Be like the observer watching everything, the mental reactions, the emotions, and the body. So let's continue to be the witness as we continue with our practice. Come to standing. Start off with charging breathing. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring the arms above the head. So we're going to breathe from the soles of the feet right up to the fingertips. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention and the breath at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down to the soles of the feet. Watch the breath descend throughout the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, bring your energy right up to the body. Attract it right up to the fingertips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding all the attention and the breath at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the earth energy just charge flushing all the way down through the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale, draw the earth energy right up through the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it at the fingertips. Hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged as the breath moves back down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. Let's continue with the exercises now. These are done to help to purify the body, bring it into a state of radiant health. And through the vigorous breathing and the energetic movements, we promote release of toxins. So move with enthusiasm. Inhale, sweep the arms up and down. Continue. Now inhale, straight up with your arms. Exhale, pull down. Front of the body, inhale, exhale, retract. Arms down now, and swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. And release. Arms across the chest now, squeeze tightly. Exhale, throw the arms back. The inhale happens automatically as your arms cross in front of the chest. And release. Now bring your arms up over the head on the inhale. Exhale, just toss the body down. Bend in the knees. And then just stay down here for a moment to allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Next one, arms over the head, exhale, come down into squat. Just go down to the comfort level that you can. Just be mindful of the knees. The exhale happens as you squat. Back up, pull the elbows out to the side, the height of the shoulders, twist from side to side. Again, you exhale as you complete the twist on each side. too much about the inhale. It happens as a result of the pressure built up by the exhale, so it happens naturally. Next one. Okay, so a sequence that involves a squat, 4 movements. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight back up. Exhale, swing the arms down again. Let's do it together. Now bring your arms in front of the body. Inhale, we're going to circle around in a backward sense, right to the front again. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Now drop the arms by the sides of the body. The same exercise essentially, except you're going around a full circle and a quarter. Inhale all the way to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down. And release. Bring the arms up, not the arms, the feet out, a little bit wider, the toes beyond the edges of the mat. Really going from side to side now. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to left. Continue. And release. Next one. The same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Inhale, left arm up, go all the way to the right, and hold it as you hold the breath. Exhale, release, come back. Inhale, come up with the right arm, go to the left and hold it. Hold the breath, go deeper. Exhale, release, continue. Lose yourself in sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. So practice in a way that is the most beneficial to them. Don't go to a place of pain. Don't go to a place of anxiety. This is not what you want to transmit. And as you are the witness, observing the body, move in a way that is pleasing for the witness to watch. Merge with the Supreme Consciousness, and then it's like God is watching you. So make it as beautiful of an offering as possible. Try not to make folds in the underside of the body as you bend. Hollow out the underside of the body. Feel a deep stretch along the upside of the body. Release. Come onto the hands and knees now. Cat cow. So we're going to inhale, arch the back, stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin, round the back of the chin in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhales. Exhale. Work the core muscles. Inhale, generate heat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. And now come back to neutral back. Raise your right leg up, inhale. And swing it out to the right on the exhale. And release. Come back to table and go up with the left leg, inhale. Swing to the left on the exhale. And release. Walk forward, come onto the belly. Anchor down to the lower body, the hips pressing down, the tops of the feet pressing down. And just bring the elbows forward and out to this side. Stack the hands on top of one another underneath your forehead. Inhale, lift the chest up, pull the elbows back. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up the upper body. Exhale, down. Inhale, feels like you're trying to get the elbows to touch behind the back. Exhale, come forward. You can even cross the hands. Slide them across one another. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Work the shoulder blades. Imagine they're the weights of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and just stay down for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, soften, remove all fatigue. And now bring the arms forward. So we're going to raise the right leg up and the left arm up. Inhale, stretch as much as you can. Exhale down. Inhale, the opposite leg and arm, and down. Lift up. Lengthen and lift, down, and up. Pull foot way away from the rest of the body, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale and exhale. Relax for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. So next one, bring your hands underneath. Actually, turn onto your right side. Bring your right head. Allow your head to be supported with the right hand. Left hand from the chest. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, push the foot as far away as possible as it comes up. Exhale, down without making wrinkles in the side body. Inhale, lift up and down and up and down. Up, down, up, down. Both legs now. One, inhale and down and up and down. Squeeze the legs together, the feet, inner feet, and down, and up, and down, up, down, up, down. Now bring the right arm out in front of the head, stretch it over the head, and then the left hand comes up on top of it, and see if you can bounce on your right hip. Raise the legs and the arms up, try to teeter without falling forward. Try to keep your arms and legs in the same plane. Not forward, Try not to hunch forward. Stay right on your hip bone. And then release. And then from here, just go onto your back and then go right to the other side. I'm just going to switch directions so that I'm facing away. So you're on the left side now. Left hand in the holding the head, right hand from the chest. Raise your right leg up and down. And pull up, down. Push the foot out and up. Form a knife edge with your foot and down. Press through the outer edge of the foot away from you, the inner edge of the foot towards you, and down. Up and down and up and down. Now both feet together, legs together. Inhale, both legs up and down. Press into your left tip and the hand and down. Anchor down through the left side of the body, down and up and down. Up, down, up, and down. Again, extend the left arm over your head. Right hand comes right on top of the other hand, palms facing towards one another. Again, see if you can pull the legs and the arms up off the ground. Balance on your left hip. Try not to bring your arms forward. Try to keep your body straight, flat. And down. Just relax on the back for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So from here, come to seated. Cross the ankles. And then move all the way back into child's pose. Now, 4 movements in the next sequence. Inhale, come up into high cat. Exhale, cobra. Drop the hips between your hands, chest forward, head back. Back into high cat. Round the back, tuck the chin. Exhale, all the way back. Let's see behind the heels. Inhale, come up. Then forward, exhale. Back up, inhale. And all the way back, exhale. Up. Forward. Up. Tuck the chin in and back. Lengthen. Up. Push the heart right between your shoulder blades. Forward. Push the chest forward. Out of the rib cage. Up. Inhale. And back. Flatten out and lengthen the spine. Up. Forward. Make sure you don't lose your neck as you're doing this. Keep your shoulders down, the neck telescoping out of the shoulders. Inhale, up and forward. No wrinkles in the lower back either. Up and back. Visualize the spine is a nice continuous curve, no kinks along the way as you do the movements forward. Up and back. Up, forward, up, and back. Up, forward, move gracefully. Up, and back. Up, forward, up, and back. And one more time. Up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and release. Inhale. Exhale, soften, remove all fatigue. Next one, we're going to glide right into Cobra. Push the elbows out, pull with your arms, and propel your way forward. Hips come between your hands and the head comes back. Hold the Cobra as you hold the breath. Exhale back. Alternatively, you can come up into baby plank and drop your hips down if this is a little bit more doable. Hold the Cobra, hold the breath, and back. So in either case, the inhale is what gets you into the Cobra. Let's begin. Inhale. Hold the breath, hold the pose, and back. Inhale. Hold, get a little bit wider through the chest, get a little higher with the head. And back. Inhale, brush your nose to the ground as you come forward if you're doing a gliding entry. Again, drop the shoulders and back. Inhale. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine you're in the body of a snake. Merge with the form and back. Inhale. Keep pretending that you're, whatever you're representing, be in their body. Tap into the virtues, and then you assume them all. Inhale, and you embody them all. And back. Inhale. Come up, get a little bit higher with each pass. And back. Inhale. Copy the movement of the serpent. Imagine as your teacher, if you're obedient to the teacher and you try your best, the teacher will give you all the tricks and all the knowledge. Inhale. And back. Last time. Inhale. Glide. Smoothly forward. Rise. And back. Stay for a moment in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then come forward again onto your belly and just turn onto your back. Now inhale, extend the arms over the head, push out through the feet, stretch the legs. Exhale, come into a tuck. Squeeze the thighs in towards the chest and knees to the shoulders, chin to the knees. Inhale. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Make yourself as compact as possible. Inhale, lengthen as much as possible. Exhale, tuck. Inhale and tuck. Inhale. Tuck. Inhale and tuck. This time, inhale, stretch. Hold the breath this time as you tuck. Pull the upper back above the mat. Try to bring your chin over your knees. Press the lower back down into the ground. And release on the exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath as you come into a tuck again. Squeeze yourself very tight. And release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. So much so that the chest lifts up off the ground. And then tuck. Hold the breath. Push the thighs into the abdomen. And release. Exhale. Inhale. And stretch. Tuck, hold the breath. And release. Inhale, extend as much as possible. Hold the breath and tuck. And last time, inhale, extend. And tuck, hold the breath. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Good. And now just bring your arms down beside your body. Lift the legs, lift the feet, the legs over the head. And then as the legs come down, bend your knees, press into your feet, and come right up to standing. So now just advance to the front of the mat. So now, Surya Namaskara. Bring the hands to the heart center. Remember to continue thinking of this practice as a divine offering, your divine duty towards all beings everywhere. Do the practice because it must be done. Do it for all beings who cannot practice freely and easily. imagine you're their body. You're doing the practice for them. So let's move together as one to stay in that collective mind of offering. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back as you see fit. Come forward and down, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Press your hands flat on the ground. Then the right foot slides back into lunge. Knee down, sink down to the seat. Come back into high plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead. Pull the hands and come forward again into Cobra, just as we did in the warm-ups. Bend the toes under, or roll over the toes. Come back into downward facing dog, melt the heart. And then step the right foot forward to the hands. If this was difficult, if it doesn't make it all the way, you can bring the back knee down, and you can use your right hand to assist the foot forward. Drop down to the seat. And then the feet come together, chest on the thighs, head down. Push the body into the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Press the hips forward, stretch the front of the body. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms over the head again. Lengthen. Come forward and down into the forward fold. Left foot back into a lunge. Sink down to the seat. Into plank. Every movement reflecting devotion and love. Knees, chest, forehead down. Come forward into the Cobra. Shoulders back. Create space in all movements. And back into downward facing dog. Approach your true nature, which is boundless, which is infinite. Left foot forward. Then the feet come together. Again, bow to the legs in the gesture of humbleness. Come right up to standing. Bring the hands back to the heart. Reach up again. Don't worry about the breath, just move in a way that feels intuitive, that allows the body to move easily with the breath and the breath remains steady and even. Into the plank. Lower down, knees, chest, and forehead. And then the body will move with more steadiness and grace and ease. Into the Cobra. Downward facing dog. Push into the mat and bring the feet all the way up and back. Right foot steps forward quietly. Try not to land with a big sound when the foot comes forward. Left foot glides in to meet the right. Fold the body in half. Come all the way up to standing. Bring hands back to the heart. Reach up. Go down. Keep moving according to your condition. Left foot back. Into the plank. And down we go, knees, chest, and forehead. Glide through the movements fluidly, like you're doing a dance. All the transitions seamless. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Melt the heart. Left foot steps forward quietly to the hands. Feet come together. Never any movements or sounds that will agitate the witness, help distract the witness watching. Raise your arms over the head. Hands back to the heart. And then arms up. Go down. Now press into your hands, a little bit of a different variation. Chest over the fingertips. Push into your hands. And then just allow your feet to glide back. Bend your elbows as you go back. You can also walk back. And come into Cobra. If you can, lift your hips up off the ground. Pull your hips a little bit forward. Pull the thighs and the knees away from the ground. Now pulse here for a moment. Try to get your chest larger. Your shoulders back. Again, make sure you don't sink your neck into the shoulders. Lengthen. Imagine you're a dog howling at the moon. Roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart. Here again, bounce to the chest. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. Flatten up the arms. Top of the head, if you can touch, or maybe even stay on the ground. Belly towards the thighs. It should look like a dog stretching its back. And now, lift the heels, getting ready to come forward. Bend the knees, look between your hands. Push into your hands. Bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Pull the body down onto your legs again. Come all the way up to standing, arch back. As you see fit. Bring hands back to the heart. Again, reach the arms up over the head. Hips forward. Whole front of the body lengthens. Come forward and down into Uttanasana. Belly presses against the legs, face to the shins if your legs are straight. Then lift the head, Lift the chest away from the legs a little bit. Shoulders come over the fingertips. Again, press into your hands. Stay strong with your arms, then bend and allow the body to float back softly. Come into upward facing dog. Now roll over your toes, round your back, and then downward facing dog, sink the heart. Roll forward again over your toes, rounding your back, and then uncoiling, arching your back into your upward facing dog. And then all the way back, rounding your back, and then sinking your heart again, softening along the back, downward facing dog. One more iteration. Come forward into upward facing dog, and smoothly back into downward facing dog. Graceful gestures here. Then lift the heels, bend the knees, look between the hands. Bring your feet forward again. Hovering the feet as you come forward, pull the body down onto your legs. Come all the way up to standing, arch back. Hands back to the heart. Good. So take pause here for a moment. Inhale from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love for all beings. And release. So let's do a few balance postures to begin. Let's try a little sequence here. Standing with your right, on your left foot first, the right foot comes up. You can do tree, placing the foot on the inseam of the thigh like so, or if you have a half lotus, you can do that. If your knee can come easily to the shoulder and the hip, the foot, edge of the foot comes to the hip crease. Try to point the knee down. If you press the outer edge against the thigh, it'll stay in place better. But if you need to, you can keep holding on with your with your left hand. If you can, however, take both hands together at the heart. Raise the arms up over the head. Pull yourself up nice and tall, like the tree that is stretching its branches up towards the sun. Absorb the light of the sun and the warmth of the sun so that you can provide even more, be more abundant in your offerings. So we're all interconnected. We all offer our gifts towards one another, our benefits, but we give back at the same time in other ways. And now you can keep your left hand up, take hold of the foot, hold the inner heel, thumb behind the heel, and then see if you can bring the right leg up. So it might be that our leg is a little bit lower. Try to get your toes on the same line as the fingertips. More flexible, you pull your leg up close to the shoulder, lean a little bit to the left. Less so, you can hold underneath the underside of the shin, the calf. Okay. Lift up a little bit taller. Now, keep those muscles engaged so you can let go of the foot without dropping the foot. And keep your leg muscles engaged as you bring the leg down so it doesn't come down heavily and drop down hard on the ground. Try it on the other side now. Press down into the right foot. Anchor down to the toes. Spread your toes like the roots of the tree. If you're doing this version, really press the base of the toes and the toe pads and the heel into the thigh to help with the balance. Fix your gaze on the point to help stay in balance, and bring the arms up when you're ready. Grow tall, then do your lotus if you did the first time. You can gaze up towards the sky as though saying, "This is for you, God. I am always at your service." Stay in that mindset of offering, being the humble servant. Now moving into the next pose, ballet pose. Remove the foot, take hold of the inner heel again, thumb behind the heel, and bring the leg up. Lean a little bit to the right, try to get your leg closer to the shoulder if you're flexible, or modify as you need to so that it's appropriate for you. Point the toes, be poised and graceful like a ballet dancer. And if you like, practice your strength. Engage that left leg fully. Let go of the foot. Try not to allow the foot to drop. Slowly bring it down. Good. So we'll do one more. Starting off with balancing T. Just take hold of the left wrist with your right hand. Going to the back of the mat. Take a step forward with the left foot. Hinge down so the head's same height as the hip. And bend the left leg, bring the right leg up. Body is straight like the letter, capital letter T. From here, if you want, come into Toppling Tree. If you bring your body lower, you change your hands so that you're interlacing your fingers, and see if you can pull the hands right over your shoulders. Get the right leg up higher, try to get it higher than the head. Then bring your chest forward a little bit to curve the spine, curve the body. Release. Bend at your left foot, left leg, and come back. Try again. So switch your hands. Hold the right wrist with your left hand. Take a step forward with the right foot and hinge forward. Bend into the right knee and raise the left leg up. The leg doesn't have to come up high, just the height of the hip. Imagine you're lying flat on a table. Like the top capital letter T again, really straight from the head all the way to the foot. Feel free to stay here or change your hands again. Interlace your fingers and dive forward. Belly comes towards the thighs, raise the left leg up high if you can, and pull the hands higher, right on top of the shoulders. Bring your head forward. Fall towards your toes a little bit. And then bend the right knee and come back. Good. And then from here, we're going to take a step forward again with your left foot. Bring the right knee down, slide your left foot forward again, so you can sink your hips right down. Your knee is above your toes. If you need to adjust, if it's too much for the knee, just scoot your foot forward so that the knee is more on top of the heel, the back of the knee. And then just, you can take your hands onto your knee and press into the knee and lean back. As you lean back, pull the body by the hips. Imagine your torso is telescoping its way out of the hips. Keep sinking down to the seat, curl the tail under. Try to again keep all the wrinkles out of the lower back. If you want, Kapi Asana, bring your arms over the head. Join hands in Kali Mudra, index fingers pressing together like the point of the horned moon, the crescent moon. Rock the shoulders back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Make sure your elbows aren't bent. Think of the line of the curve, the shape of a crescent moon. No kinks, no discontinuities in that curve. Again, sink the seat, pull the body out of the hips. Radiate your inner light. And then from here, release. Come back up. And then bring the left hip back above the back knee. Lift the toes and then bow to the leg. So you might be able to get the forearms right down on the ground. The left shoulder is beside the left knee. Keep telescoping your chest forward as though you try to get your chest beyond your knees and the top of the head, trying to reach towards the front of the foot, the instep. Good. Now from here, come upright. Flatten out the foot. Turn to the right, Sukha Virabhadrasana. Extend the arms. Good. And then tip down, left hand comes down, on the inside foot, right arm comes up. Sukha Trikonasana. Bring the right shoulder all the way back. If you can take a bind, left shoulder comes down a little bit. So left arm can come easily underneath the leg, right arm comes behind the back. See if you can hold the wrist from underneath with your left hand, just beside the seat, not over the seat. It's too much of a reach. So make it more accessible. Pull the right shoulder back, try to get the right shoulder on top of the left. From here, bend the toes under the back foot, so you can press the knee up off the ground. Try to get the right hip to come up, right leg straightens. And if you keep pulling the hips back and up, the left leg might straighten as well. Keep the head down. If you can't straighten out the left leg, don't worry about it, just do your best. From here, release, bring the hands back down. One hand on either side of the foot to lower the back knee down. Inhale, come upright. The legs are like a box here. Right arm up. And then angle the toe and the knee towards the right so you get the elbow all the way down on the outside of the knee. Your armpit is against close to the knee. You can bring your hands in prayer position, or left hand forms a fist and pushing into the right hand. This sometimes gives you a little bit more power. And if you push the hand, the left hand into the right, the body comes up high, the belly comes over the thigh. And then roll the left shoulder all the way back. Keep the chest moving towards the hands. Try to get your left shoulder all the way back so the chest and the face are facing up. Those of you know how to bind, go ahead, hip back. Elbow comes in a space underneath the knee. You can use the left hand to guide the hand underneath. And then the left hand goes over the back, lock the fingers together, or hold the left wrist to the right hand. Left shoulder moves back again. Now here's an option here. I'm going to move this way so you can see a little bit better. I'll do from this way with the hands at the Anjali Mudra. Lift the back knee up off the ground, spin on your feet so the feet are facing the long edge of the mat. Come into balanced triangle, or not, a revolved triangle, I should say. If you have the bind, you can still do it with the bind. Keep the head down. Shift more weight into the right hip. Try to get the right leg straight. Left leg eventually straightens as well. Push the left hip up. And release. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Turn towards the front. So the left foot's in front. Slide your right foot back. Getting ready for lizard. Push back and forth off the back toes. Back and forth. Get the hips low as you can. And then push back through the right heel one last time. Knee down. Relax the toes. And try to get your front of the hips right down. Left shoulder stays against the knee. Roll to the right if you can. Right forearm down. Roll to the left. Maybe the left forearm comes down. And keep on pulling your head and chest forward. Gaze forward without blinking, just like a lizard. If you come further and further forward, the chest will come further and further down. And if you can get your chest down, go ahead. Bring your chest down, your left arm to the outside of the foot, so that you can make more space. Again, try to have your knee in line with the heel. Feel like a lizard sunning itself on a warm earth. Good. And then coming back up. So if you're on forms, come back onto your hands. Scooch the right knee in underneath the right hip. Glide the left foot back. And then from here, coming into Vasisthasana, lift the left arm up. So you can stay here on your knee, or if you push into your right hand and push into the left foot, you can tuck your right foot underneath. You can even bring your left foot in front and arc your body away from the earth. Press your hips forward like you're a kite being blown from behind. If you know the variations, of course, go ahead. One, slide your left foot back alongside the knee and then spin on your hand. Flip your hips and chest up. You can do the wild thing. To return, press into the right hand again, keep your hip up, and try not to drop into your shoulder. To return to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, soften through the heart. And then we're going to repeat the whole thing on the other foot. Right foot forward. Lower the knee, sink down to the seat. Drop your seat all the way forward so it's close to the front heel. Hands to the front knee. Now telescope the body by the hips and lean away from the leg. Push against the knee like you're lengthening the thigh. If you can, bring your arms up to meet over the head. Use your arms to pull the body further by the hips. To pull the arms out of the shoulders as well so that you don't come into this lazy arm position with the arms bent and make it look pretty. Remember, it's an offering. Assume the shape of a crescent moon to the fullest extent that you can. And then lift back up. Come forward, bring the fingertips on either side of the right foot. Bring your hips back so the hip is over the back knee. Lift the toes, bow to the leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Keep bringing your chest forward, lengthen the spine. Imagine trying to get your chest beyond your knees. Some of you can get your forearms right down on the ground. If you want to feel more sensation, pull the toes, flex your foot for a lot, so you press through the base of the toes. Then from here, come back up, and then from here, flatten out the foot, pull the foot towards you if you need to, come upright. The legs are like a box, turn to the left. Sukha Virabhadrasana. Strong arms, just because this is an easy version of the pose doesn't mean that you slack off. Stay strong and stay in the mindset of a warrior, always determined, always ready to do the service, to protect. And then bring the right hand down, left arm up, Sukha Trikonasana, left shoulder comes back. Pull the hand up, actively reach up. Or you can drop the right shoulder again a little bit against the right inside the knee. Right arm comes underneath the leg, left arm over the back. Either hold the left wrist with your right hand or bind the fingers, lock them together. You can stay here, of course. Make sure your shoulder's not dropping forward. Try to pull it back. Or you can go a little bit further, bend the toes under the back foot and lift the knee. Turn the left toes a little bit towards the front toes, about 45 degrees. Keep the head close to the ground and keep trying to lift up through the left hip so the left leg straightens. Eventually, maybe the right leg will straighten too. You have to push the right side of the hip up as well. And then release the bind if you have the bind. Turn towards the front and bring the back knee down. Come upright. Inhale, left arm up. Angle the toe and knee towards the left. Give you more space for the elbow to come down more easily to the outside of the leg. The back of the shoulder, the armpit against the outside of the knee. And again, choose your position with your hands Anjali Mudra or the fist in the hand. Pushing into the bottom hands, the body lifts up. See, my belly's higher than the thigh. And that will allow me to spin a little bit more. Pull the right hip back, head forward. Try to bring the right shoulder all the way back, eventually to the same height as the other one. Take a bind if you like. Slip your left arm underneath the leg if that's accessible. And bring the right arm over your back. Hold the hand from underneath. Take the right shoulder way back. You can stay here, working the twist this way, or revolve triangle. Bend the toes under and the back foot, lift the knee, and spin on your feet so the feet are parallel. The head comes low again. Again, try to get a bit more of an even distribution of weight between your legs. If you're not taking a bind, If it's too hard to keep the bind, the hands can come back into Anjali Mudra, and just see if you can push the right hand into the left so that the hands are centered in front of the heart. And then release. Turn towards the front again with the right foot in front. On the inside of the right foot, scooch the foot out towards the right a little bit more to the edge of the mat. And traverse back and forth, trying to get your hips to sink. Now push back to the left heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Anchor down through the hips like you're doing a cobra. Right shoulder and the knee are together. And then perhaps left forearm comes down. If you roll to the left, roll to the right, see if the right forearm can come down. Keep telescoping your chest forward. Try to make yourself as flat as possible. Think of how a lizard looks, very low profile. Without blinking, gaze ahead if you can. Without blinking. Breath, telescope the chest a little bit further forward. Really feel like you're in the body of a lizard soon. If you try to merge as a form, you'll feel as though you're as comfortable in the body of all beings as you are in your own. And come back onto your hands. If you're on the elbows, bounce the left knee in closer so it's underneath the left hip, and slide your right foot back. The left hand is in front of the knee, a little bit in front of the shoulder, and then raise the right arm up. Hips forward. You can stay here in the modified Vasisthasana or press into your left hand, keep your hip up, and just tuck your left foot underneath the right. Cross the legs if you like, right leg in front, and again, lift your hips far away from the ground, or take other variations. Slide your right toes back, spin on the heel of the palm, turn, chest and hips facing up. This should feel like an Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. Use your imagination to create beautiful forms that you can realize. And in returns, keep pressing into your left heel of the palm, keep your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now from here, lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands, jump to your hands. Utkatasana. Pull the seat back so you can see the whole front of your feet, arms forward, and then pull the body up off the hips, up off the knees. Lift the chest, look up between your hands. You can bring your hands together as well. Be fierce in the pose. The body's working hard. The mind is unaffected. It's like the witness just watching everything. Undisturbed, unfazed, unjudging. Come all the way up to standing. Come into Hali Mudra again with your hands. Interlace your fingers, press the heels, your palms together. Walk your feet a little bit further apart. Inhale, stretch up. Now press hips forward. Engage the buttocks. Lean back as far as you feel comfortable. Hips forward. Try not to crunch the lower back, so extend as you go back. Again, only as far as you feel comfortable. Coming back up. Hands back to the heart. Inhale from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Always remain solidly devoted and rooted in your practice, in your devotion to God. Release. So now, open up your feet a little bit more, point the toes out, come into a squat. Press the thighs outwards with the elbows. The heels of your palms come right between your elbows in the same line. Back is straight, tail under. Then from here, plant the hands down. Keep pressing your legs against the outside of the arms. Knees are about the height of the shoulder, about in line with the shoulders. And then just rock forward, lift up off the heels. So it's a forward motion. As you come forward, your arms straighten. You keep pushing down into the ground hard. You keep pushing down into your earth. Shoulders come over the fingertips. Your head's higher than your seat, so you don't take a nose dive right down into the ground. And then just flick your toes up, maybe even just one toe at a time, 1 foot at a time. So play hot potato with the ground. Stay there, or those who are more advanced, tuck the chin in, keep your legs squeezed against the arm. Bring the forehead down, and then roll onto your head, top of the head. Come into teddy bear. If you want to keep going into your headstand, again, for advanced practitioners, for seasoned practitioners, bring the legs up into your headstand, full headstand. If you don't want to go all that way, then just stay practicing your crow. Even if your feet don't leave the earth, just move according to your comfort level. Wait for it. Eventually the body will feel maybe confident to come into these poses. Don't force it. Now if you're in headstand, make your way down softly, with control. If you can, those of you who want can land your legs back onto your upper arms. Squeeze the knees against the outside of the arms, push into your hands. Hold your breath, lift your head up, back into crow. And then back down. Good. And from here, bring your knees together. Walk back a little bit if you need to. Come into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Okay, so now we're going into hare pose. Bring your arms alongside your feet. Pressing the backs of the hands into the ground beside your feet. Or holding onto the heels if you like. Now from here, just lift your seat up. Try to get your seat over your knees. So you might need to adjust the position of your hands so you can get your hips a little bit higher. You'll feel a stretch on the back of the neck. If it's too much, just walk your head further forward, away from your knees. Imagine trying to push the belly button right through the lower back and the heart right between your shoulder blades, which are almost like a wall. Your upper back is like a wall. Those who feel comfortable, again, if this is too easy, you can come into headstand from here. Even just lift your seat up and just adjust your head so that you're not on the back of the head. So you have to move again your head in a way that you're on the top of the head or more towards the hairline, and you can bring your seat up, your knees up off the ground. Those of you feel very comfortable, press into your hands and lift your legs right up again. Headstand. Change your hand position as you see fit. If this is not, gives you too much difficulty, you can do a tripod. Whatever you're doing, keep your attention always on, or your intention always on serving. Make it an offering, a divine act of love. Now getting ready to come down softly. Hinge at the hips, engage your core. Come down with control, one or both legs at a time. And come back into child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Remove all fatigue and all struggles. And roll your way up. So let's find our way into rabbit pose. Press up, off the heels, and bend the toes under. The knees are apart, about hip width, maybe even a little bit more. The heels are together. Hands on the seat to start, lean back. Bring the right hand on the right heel, left hand on the left heel. Cross your baby fingers together, and then push your hips all the way forward. Bring your head all the way back. Feel as though you're going to fall on your thighs. Feel heavy through the front of the body, but keep pressing down to the base of the toes so you don't actually fall forward. Push into the heels with your hands. This looks a lot like bridge pose, actually. You see eventually all the similarity in the forms. We are all very similar. We're all one. So just search out those commonalities. The greatest commonality, of course, is God, who resides in each and every one of us, or the common thread that holds us together. Now to come back, lean back, shoulders come back over the heels or behind the heels. Bring the right hand to the seat, left hand to the seat, and pull down and push in at the same time, and come up. Back into child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. And you roll up, bring your legs forward. Okay, scoot your feet right close to the heels. Separate your feet so the edges of the feet in line with your hips. Arms beside your body, just come up into bridge pose. Lift up your hips. Once your hips are up, try to walk your shoulders underneath a little bit more. Tuck your shoulders under so the shoulder blades come together. And then see if you can push your chest towards your chin. You can bring your hands up to your hips and tilt the hips forward so the tail curls under again so you're not forming a big line in the lower back. Try to get your elbows right underneath your body, underneath your seat. If you can go further, you want to try to have the backs and knees in line with your heels. So you can lift your heels, walk your feet in a little bit closer. Try to get your chest higher, close to the chin, and lower the heels down without dropping your hips. And you can interlace your fingers underneath your seat on the ground. Be strong like a bridge. Those you want can see if you can bring one foot forward at a time. So legs straighten and bring your inner feet together, the big toes together, pressing together, pushing into the mat with your toes, rolling the thighs towards one another. This is iron bridge. So again, a fortified stance. Fortify your stance by really pushing into the arms that are on the ground below you, engaging your core and your thighs, roll them towards one another. And bring your feet back underneath your knees. If you're in iron bridge, you can stay in bridge, or those of you who want, bring your fingertips on either side of the head. And then slide your head back. Turn your hands around so the fingers are facing slightly outwards and towards your toes. Take a half breath in and lift your head up off the mat. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. Again, these are all options. Just stay with your comfort level. Just do your best, whatever you're doing. Offer it up. That's the most important thing. Play with the pose if you like. If you're more advanced, you can walk your feet towards your hands or do other variations. Lower the heels down if they were up, and then come down. Lower the head back down and roll back down. Everybody come down onto the back. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. And then make your way to seated position. Arms over the head and come up to seated. Okay. So from here, just open up your knees, the soles of the feet together. The feet are forward. So long stance, like a diamond shape. And then index fingers together again, Kali Mudra. Reach forward and then slip your hands over the toes, cupping the toes. You can interlace your fingers if you want to, just press them underneath your outer edges of the feet. Elbows forward. But if you bring your index fingers into a point, This will make it look more like a star. Elbows out to the side, about the same line. And then see if you can bring your face to your feet. If it doesn't come down all the way, don't worry about it. Again, just do your best. And if you look from above, it looks like a star. The elbows, the feet, the index fingers, the knees all form the point of a star. Inhale, keep lengthening forward. You can maybe scooch the feet further forward. Exhale, soften, allow the knees to drop further out. Soften in every sense of the word. Emotionally, physically, mentally. Inhale, come up. From here, bring your knees together. And then from here, slide your knees right in towards the chest. Inhale. Deeply. If you don't have any, probably don't have any blood pressure issues or anything like that, or heart conditions, hold the breath. Contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel, chin on the chest stays high. Third eye attention. Keep holding the breath, keep the tension in your root and your throat. Keep the face calm even though you're engaging those locks. Slowly exhale in a steady stream, not like a big explosion out of the body. Slide your knees, feet forward, keep your knees together, right hand behind the back. Send the back, left arm up. Push the forearm against the outer thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Exhale, twist to the right. Imagine trying to push the knees further beyond the edge of the left edge of the body. Make sure you don't lean back this is why you bring your hand right against the back, so you stay straight. Try not to move your hand far away from the back. Push the knees towards the left, keep your knees together. Come back, go to the other side. Left hand right against the center of the back. Right arm up. Push the forearm against the thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest, push the knees towards the right as you turn to the left. Release, lie on your back now. Shavasana. Make your way down gently. And just relax. Succumb to complete relaxation. Take a deep breath in. Fill yourself with light and with energy. Exhale. Just allow the energy to flood the whole body. Allow the light to illuminate you from within. Feel recharged. And just at the same time, the exhale, all that incoming light and energy makes no room for that negative energy or that fatigue. Just push it right out of the body, drop it right out. Inhale, just keep imagining all the light pouring in through the pores of the skin like beams of light. Just use your imagination to cultivate beautiful visions of that incoming energy, the love, everything that you need to feel fulfilled, to feel content, to feel loved. Exhale. Just allow everything that you don't need, that doesn't serve you in any way, that just only brings negativity. Let it just drop out of the body. If you keep in a mindset of offering, of comporting yourself in a way that doesn't bring about pain or suffering, then you will stay in that place where you Make yourself available to all the positive karma, all positive consequences. So just keep cultivating that by being in observance of ethical rules, yama and niyama. First and foremost, compassion. So lock that into your mind and heart right now by repeating the following sentence to yourself 3 times mentally. I continue to expand my compassion to reach all beings. Prepare to come back from Shavasana. Prepare to sit up, always moving in a way that is gentle, mindful, quiet. Remain reverent. Remain in awe and in admiration of all beings, for each being is a reflection of yourself, is a reflection of God. Revere and love all forms. Close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within and send it out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Being receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining.